Hello everyone, this is Josh X Play Place, and today we continue to grow and expand our city of New Austin in Cities Skylines 1 in this episode 19. Let's begin. And I think we have been able to expand this city as well as we can. We are still a little bit away from Metropolis. We are about 7,000 people away from Metropolis and being able to unlock yet another tile and to have the airports, the pre-made airports. Once we unlock those, I think I'm just gonna place a regular cargo airport here, and maybe we can expand this airport, but I don't know yet. I think this is working really well. One of the issues that I encounter with this game is that garbage has piled up. Everything's able to get here, so that's something that bothers me a little bit. Hopefully, eventually, they can continue supporting this game for the time being, and this can be fixed. Again, we've been making sure that our ore industry zone keeps working well. I think that's also good. When it comes to our agricultural side, we're making a whole lot of money, half of what our profit is, which is really good. I think we might need to add some more of these silos, or maybe some more factories or slaughterhouses. We'll see what else we can do. Maybe we can add another animal pasture. Let's do that right now. Another large animal pasture and a smaller one. I think that's gonna be a little bit helpful. And I think this is working really well. Maybe we can add some more pastures in here. I think that's gonna be what we should do next. I don't think we're gonna do anything more once we unlock this tile. I think we might make this shoreline a park. We could do this a natural park. We can do the nature reserve. I think this is going to be great, this area. And also on the other side, we can make this whole river, at least from the expressway to the other side, and this pond. I think that's gonna be great. And we'll finally have that, and this other side also once we unlock this other tile. This is gonna look great. And so we also, I think we were having issues with these trucks with the cargo, but that seemed to have stopped, so we're fine for now. This area also is looking rather nice, really well. Traffic is normal in here. That's how it is. That's how it's gonna be for the time being, and I think it should be fine, especially since we have this going on. I think maybe we'll see what else we can do later. And so the next thing that I want to do is to, in order to kind of go hand in hand with what we're doing in Houstonville in Cities Skylines 2, I think it is time for us to start doing some regular high density zones in this city in New Austin. And what a better place to do that than here by the main highway, by the main expressway. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna dezone all these squares, even this one, and I am gonna zone high density. So let me do that really quick. And I think this is gonna work well enough. I think the next thing that I want to do is kind of fix this highway, these exits, ramps. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because we still need to have a couple of exits, but I think it's only going to be an exit ramp coming from the right out. There has to be one here no matter what, and we're only going to have one ramp to enter the highway, and I think it's going to be here. I think it's going to be this way. It should work well enough, and I think that's going to help us. Maybe not right now. I think that this is still flowing really well. There's some issues here from where this expressway goes from 3 to 2, and that's something that the game does. You know, it has a hard time trying to figure out. Something that actually works really well. Traffic flows really nice in cities skylines too. I am loving that aspect of that game. I think it's just great. Also, I think what I am gonna do is try to figure out where else we can put more commercial areas, and maybe we can do it here, or maybe we can try to do it here, although I did want to have this be a park, so let's try to figure out where else to put that. I think there's a bit of traffic here, especially with this bus stop, so let me just move it here, and I think this is the same here, so let's see if moving it a little bit more might help. We still need to do a sort of roundabout in here to help traffic flow, but hopefully once we are able to have these buses move, that's one of the negative sides of having these larger buses, the articulated buses, whether it's biofuel or regular. They're just too big and they're a little bit awkward to deal with, so let's hope that this bus is able to move eventually and have traffic flow a little bit better. So where else can we put that commercial? And let me draw some more roads here, and we'll have just a regular grid, nothing that out of the ordinary, and that way we can add more office and commercial space. And I think this new area is looking rather nice. We will continue and we will go around to have this be one of its shapes. And now everything for the man except maybe commercial has gone down, which means that we are doing well. I'm just gonna add a quick overpass to go from this side to the other. That should work, and I think that looks rather nice. I think we could have made it a little bit bigger, but I think that overall this is fine. I think it's gonna work well. In the near future, I think we should be okay with adding a lot of trees next to this railroad. Try to dampen the sound. Even though it's not that bad, I think it will look a little bit better, especially in this area. add some trees and have people maybe not complain as much about the noise. As you can see, trees do help, but you have to be careful because in some of my earlier cities I used to fill this with lots of trees or different places that used to be very very noisy, and sometimes it has unintended consequences such as fires. So you put a lot of trees together, there's gonna be a lot of fires, and that's something that you don't want in your city. So be careful not to overdo it, and that way things work well. I do love this stadium. We have only lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of the 6 games, correct. So let's increase this. Maybe we can make a little bit more money. And also, this stadium looks just great. I wish the stands would be a little bit more realistic in size. I think they're a little bit too small, but everything's looking rather nice. Let's see how this is growing. And as we remember, we do not have high-rise band, so the only thing that's stopping this from growing is just having more demand. So give me just a moment and I'm gonna upgrade all of these into 2-lane bike roads. That also made people a little bit happier, and the only one that we couldn't do is this one, and I see no reason why this cannot be just one big piece. And I think I am gonna have to actually zone this for high density. We'll wait. If nothing spawns here, we'll wait. Yeah, things are working well. So this is rather nice. It looks very nice. It's gonna start growing nicely. So these people are complaining about garbage, and also I think we should add just a couple more, just 2 more recycling centers. Revisiting SimCity 4, I think it's a little bit more difficult to be able to just use recycling centers as opposed to at least City Skylines 2, City Skylines 1, sorry. And so that's something also to think about when we have SimCity 2 and City Skylines 1 and City Skylines 2. Again, games are different, and it depends what you want to play, what you have at hand, what you can actually play in your system. So if you still play SimCity 4, that's great. If you play SimCity 2013, that's great. If you play City Skylines 1, that's great. And if you're trying to play Cities Skylines 2, that's also great. There's some traffic here with people trying to get into the expressway. So I think we do need to figure out what we're gonna do with this intersection. I wish that we had the tools that Cities Skylines 2 has for us to make a better intersection. But I think this is gonna work fine for now. And there's also some traffic here. Trying to see, maybe we can have a road go around. So let's see how this goes, if this helps or not. I'm gonna make this just a regular industry road, and I'm gonna upgrade this. hopefully these people can get some can get out of here easier. So we're trying to see what we are gonna do with this intersection, and I think that's gonna be the main thing for these. Hold on, let me just make sure. Yeah, there's nothing. If we can put an intersection that's pre-made, some that I have actually downloaded some assets from the workshop. Some of them are huge but look really nice. Some of them are smaller. I think the biggest one that I have is this one, and I think this is way too big. And also my other issue is the fact that it's not as easy to modify. I think this would be a little bit better. Even this would work really well, but the problem is that these are made with mods that make things work a little bit different ways, and so that's maybe we can try to put this one that's called the stack interchange. If not, we'll try to make our own. I also think this could be good enough. So first of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pause the game. We're gonna save the game just to make sure that we don't mess up something. Also, like I mentioned, we are gonna need more trucks for cargo, so we're gonna go to our cargo, to our pedestrian areas, and they have another small. We haven't unlocked the other cargo, so we're gonna put another one here. Let's let this run really quick. This one is complaining, yeah, about the same. So there's 5 trucks here for cargo. There's 7. That's already 12, and it's gonna have 7 more, so that's gonna be 19. And hopefully, this can help us go to the next level. So again, let's save the game really quick. We're gonna pause the game, and I'm gonna start by deleting everything here. So as you can see, it looks okay. Again, I'm not a big fan of this intersection. I think it actually exists somewhere, but I completely don't like it. So let's start demolishing this one right now. Let's try to place this one, but let's extend this highway just a little bit to see if that way we can match the. Let's see, it needs a little bit more. Let's do this. Let's try again, and let's delete this little piece, and let's try again. And I think it needs just one more. And that should be fine. So let's see if the other one would fit. I think it's this one. We have enough money, so we can try both. And I'm gonna show you why I don't like some of these intersections. And it's the fact that you cannot upgrade or downgrade some of the roads because of the way they are done. We can try right now. I don't think it should be a big deal. In this case, you can. In this case, we're also gonna edit this. But yeah, I think it's doable to do it here, and I like that. So let's first try to get these highways together. And again, this intersection is something that I would try to do in City Skylines 2 once we have the space and the tools. Well, I think in Houstonville we'll actually unlock highways, because it's easier to do these type of intersections than it is here in Cities Skylines 1. So one thing we also need to see here is that this is way too close. So first of all, I am going to change these to be 2-lane roads. Again, sometimes this helps, sometimes this doesn't, but we know that we can always change these to, and we're also going to change these to two lane. And this is looking rather nice. We're gonna have to extend this. It's way too small, and I think it can create some issues, and we still have space in here, so this shouldn't be a problem. So let's see how much longer we can extend it. Let's do one like this, and then that way we can do it, we can join it here. Let's make sure to change this, to upgrade this, and I think that's gonna work well on this side. For this other side, might be a little bit trickier. Well, what we're gonna do first is to make this, I don't know if you're able to have these pathways go underground. I've never tried that. So let's see if we can do that really quick. That way we can have this go under. Yeah, it's not gonna let me, so we're gonna use regular pathways. And hopefully that should allow us to keep on going with this overpass. What I do want to do is continue this overpass and also have this be higher and meet this road already, so they're both going over, and have another road go exit again and go here. Basically, if you wanna take this exit and go north, you can still do it. You're gonna take this exit, you're gonna go up and meet this other ramp, and then you're also gonna have an exit to get here. That way everybody has access, and this ramp hopefully will meet here, and that way there's no traffic of people that are coming from east going west trying to exit, and people that are trying to get into the expressway. So let's try to do that really quick. and I think this worked really well. I think we do have some traffic issues here, but I think this could be fixed by just giving it time, like we always need to do. I think this is just great. The fact that you're able to have underground roads helps with this overpasses, because once you have more than two roads here and another one here, it's just not that helpful. Also, you do have to modify things unless you use some of the mods. This is not gonna fit, so you have to be very patient as to what you want to do. Again, we could have done this, that's not a big deal, but even then, even when we use something that it's pre-made, we still had to modify it to make it work a little bit better. As you can see, people here are doing what they're supposed to, so basically there's no traffic that's blocking this road. We have everybody meeting here and going here. The fact that this is a 2-lane highway didn't make any difference, so everything is working rather nice, and we finally fixed that. I don't want to say it, but that road that I completely did not like. And so, I mean, it is what it is, but I did not like the way that that road was, the intersection that big roundabout was. People are using this underpass, so I think everything's working really well. The only other thing that we might try to do is to complete this frontage road here and have this one just go under and then over and meet it here, and that way maybe people from here can use this to go outside, because the traffic here is getting even worse. So we have to start thinking about how we are gonna fix this other road. If it has to be another intersection, I mean, it has to, but in here, as we can see, it's just completely congested, and unfortunately that is what's happening on both sides. I don't think there's issue of people wanting to go left, but I'm just gonna change this to the way it was before, which is to have just a regular road as opposed to a highway. And that way, if somebody wants to go from here into the expressway, into the highway, they take this highway road as opposed to the regular road. So let's see if this helps just a little bit or not. So that did not seem to help that much. So let's try something else. I'm gonna pause the game. I'm gonna save the game again. And what I am gonna do is I'm gonna continue this road here and this road here first with the dirt gravel road, and let's see, let's do one-way roads again, and let's see if we can do something as if this was a highway. So we're gonna do these ramps, and let's just try to make them highway access roads. Let's make sure that there's no traffic lights, and let's see how that's gonna work. I think the main issue is because these people want to go to the other side. Well, first of all, let's make this a two-way road. I mean a two-lane. There you go. That should help just a little bit with the traffic here. Traffic is flowing a little bit better, but let's do something else. Let's once again save the game again, because we didn't make it worse, but we didn't make it any better. And what we're gonna do is a little bit, maybe not so crazy, but first of all we're gonna meet this. Well, yeah, let's do it this way. We're gonna meet this. We're gonna have only one-way roads, and it's gonna go like that. And we are going to have the road be extremely high. But before we do that, let me just to make sure that we don't, there you go, just to make sure that we are not gonna mess up having these roads be too that is gonna be messy, basically. And now let's see if this is gonna help or make it worse. So I think that fix helped. I just think that the issue is now this intersection. I think we do need a roundabout, and I also feel like maybe we might have to make this line, maybe have just regular the larger capacity buses as opposed to this one, because I think that is part of the issue. See all these buses trying to stop, and in this case we cannot move. Well, we can, let's see if moving it there helps, but I think that's the main issue. The only thing that we can do, and it might be a little bit too much, but I think it might help, is either to have this be tram. I think this would work well, being part of a tram, or we can try to make this a monorail. So I don't think it's gonna work here, but maybe it does, or maybe it can actually be our first subway line. I mean, as you can see here, this is the issue. So what I'm gonna do, at least for now, is I am gonna move these here, and let's take a look if that is gonna help. So again, it is working. I just feel like the issue is this intersection. I think it's a very busy intersection. As you can see, there's a lot of buses going, having a stop here. So if we're not gonna start doing subway, which at 72,000 people, I think we should be good to go, which reminds me that we're getting closer to Metropolis. So I think that our next fix might be to actually do a subway line, go from here all the way here, have a stop in this area, another one here, here, and here. And I think that should be our first subway area. That way there's nothing, because it's a busy road, it's a busy intersection, because we have the large highway intersection here. This was fixed. Now there's no traffic in this area. I think we did a really good job. If we had the tools that City Skylines 2 has and the roads that City Skylines, I think we would have done to make this look better and work a little bit better. But I think that's the issue. These people also want to turn left, right, and I think, yeah, these buses are the biggest issue that we are having, and it's getting a little bit frustrating because people are not able to do anything here. The only other thing that I'm gonna try to do is have this be an asymmetrical road, but not this one. I think this one. There you go. I think that should help only have people that are gonna turn right to stay in this lane, and people that are gonna keep going straight to just keep going straight. I think this should be a little bit helpful once these people move. And let's just let the game run just one last time before we finish this episode. And I think this is gonna work really well. Maybe we can change this, but I think this is fine for now. Once this gets fixed and moving along. But again, this is yet another bottleneck which we do have to fix. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because we have these two roads in here intersect the area, but we do need a roundabout with a 3-lane one-way street going around, and we definitely need to get rid of these buses. Whether we do it with a subway, I think that's the best option that we're gonna be able to have, because that's basically the only option we have. It's buses, and again, we'll have a main station here. That way we have the people that are coming into the bus station getting to subway, another one here, another one here, another one in this area so people can go into this pedestrian area, another one to start here, another one here, and another one in this area or in this one. Again, we're gonna keep on growing on this side, so there's still gonna be need, but we definitely need to fix this. We fixed this area, we fixed this traffic, and it's great, but we're still having the same issue, which is these buses. As you can see, these buses are taking this. The last thing I'm gonna do before we leave is to have these be bus lanes, and I think that should be it. And hopefully people, at least this can go a little bit faster, a little bit better. But again, we're gonna fix this in our next episode. I just want to make sure that we take one last look at this traffic fix that we did. Again, we took something that's made by somebody else, but it's basically regular assets. It's just regular highway roads that are laid in a way that's that can be done in the asset editor, because first of all, we were able to upgrade these without an issue. Also, as you can see here, these are not overlapping, so everything is well. Also, they used the underground roads, which is great. Again, I think in City Skylines 2 is going to be easier to be done. but at least here for City Skylines 1, this is great. Although again, we try to play the game as vanilla as we can, almost no mods. We can download assets. You know, the only issue with assets is to not download assets that are gonna change the gameplay. This didn't change the gameplay because you can make this, and maybe in the near future we can make something ourselves, something similar to this in this intersection. I think it's gonna be really good for us to prove that, you know, there's nothing wrong with getting vanilla assets such as this that use vanilla assets to do these other assets. Basically, just regular highway roads were used in the making of this intersection, and we are able to edit it, we're able to add to it. That's why there is no issues. It's only we just didn't want to do it today, because sometimes you just want to have whatever's pre-made. You know, sometimes you just want something easy. Again, doesn't mean that it fixed the issue by itself just by plopping the intersection. It didn't. We still had to enlarge these exit ramps. We had to change this elevation here. We had to add more stuff to make it work for us. Again, you can download as many things as you want, but you need to make it work for you and your city. And in this case, I think we were able to do it. So this intersection, it gets a pass. I think it worked really, really well. It looks nice. And for our next episode, we're gonna continue the frontage road that you see at the bottom to go to the other side to help alleviate some of the traffic, which again, there's no traffic anymore because we were able to kind of fix this other intersection that's looking rather nice. So adding this bus lane helped. I think it helped a lot, but we still have to do our roundabout here. So it is what it is. It's working well. I do want to thank you for watching and liking this video. If you have any suggestions, don't forget to leave them in the comments section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It's growing, we're growing, this community is growing, and that is great. You know, we love city builders, we love City Skylines, we love SimCity, and that's why we play together this game. Again, thank you for watching this video. Stay safe, and we'll see each other next time. Thank you.